Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 13 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds, and then I paint the rest with. So he used to, we used to do more of the painting of the backgrounds together with a hand-over-hand method. But now he's doing a lot more. And today with one of them, he was really pushing up through a lot of the canvas and such. So he's come a long way, because he used to, we would do hand over hand, and I would put my hand on his and work through it. But he is truly blossoming. And so when I look at what we've come from and where we are now, I'm very proud of everything that he's been doing, and how he's getting there. I'm laughing because my if it's not one fun thing, it's another. But my hip is not wanting to participate in sitting. So you have to laugh. You have to laugh. That's all you can do. I have arthritis in my hip, and some days it is not as happy as others. Today is one of those days. So, I'm just gonna try some different flowers, or, well, I make different flowers sometimes, but then I go back to my same ways. And so I thought, today I'm gonna kind of see what happens as I'm going along here. But I'm also very tired, so I probably should not do too many wild things. Not that drawing flowers is wild, but if I get too far off of the beaten path, it sometimes is hard for me to get back on the path. So we just, oops. One of the things I do a lot of times is I do not change my paintbrush. I kind of keep it always like the same when I'm making flowers. And I should use water kind of to clear it. But I like how it adds color and texture as I'm moving along. So that is one of the reasons that I don't do it. And all the stuff I just did is gonna be half covered anyway, so that's what we just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Oh my. It's been a long week, and we're only on Thursday. Owen has been doing really good at school, and good at most of his therapy sessions and everything. And what happens a lot of times is he has a great day at school or church or someplace, wherever he is, and can stay pretty calm. But then he comes home and he has these huge release of emotions, and a lot of times they are in the scream version. He will just scream because he can't process and he's trying to let everything out, or something very much upsets him. And it's emotional because, well, it's emotional to him, it's emotional to me. And he doesn't understand. He's not, as hard as it is, he's not necessarily screaming at me, even though it's towards me or it's in my, because whatever I'm doing. But it's just to the point where he's just done for the moment or day, or whatever the timing is. And it's hard because he's my amazing, he's my dude, he's my baby, and knowing that I can't help him through something, it's devastating sometimes. It's like beyond emotional, knowing that no matter what I do or say, he is still going to be screaming, or he'll still be upset, or he'll still have a meltdown over something that I have no control over. Or like tonight, he got upset because it breaks my heart. I had a cup in my mouth, and I'm going through breast cancer treatments, and prior to that, I have severe arthritis of my hip. I need a hip replacement, but I didn't want to get it done at the time because I knew it was going to be very hard on Owen, and it just wasn't the right time. Well, then I got breast cancer, and that's never the right time, but I had to take care of this, and I'm still going through the testing. I get a new mammogram next week, but the surgery was successful. I'm in treatments right now for maintenance infusions, and I've had radiation, and I had chemo before my surgery. So I've gone through a lot of the different things, and I have very short hair, because I lost my hair from the chemo. And so that is traumatic for Owen. And again, it's not something that I can control, but he gets so upset. It's so hard to even imagine that something like my hair can cause meltdowns and meltdowns and meltdowns and meltdowns. But here we are. And so processing something like that with him, for him, to help him adjust, it's a lot. It's a lot to figure out how to help him understand that I'm still mommy. I'm still mommy. I just don't have long hair anymore. And he constantly wants me to wear the exact same dress over and over and over again, which I tell him I can't, I don't want to get stuck back in those moments where I'm having to wear the exact same thing, for him to be able to get through a day, because that's hard too. I mean, because, clothes wear out, things happen. You spill stuff on your clothes. He can't just only like one outfit. And I say he can't, but guess what? He does. It makes his life easier to see people in what he needs to see people in. But that's not how the world works. And it's like, I tell this over and over and over and over again because it's hard to imagine that my son, one of the hardest things for him for years that would cause hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, and I wish I was exaggerating, but bananas. A banana would cause my son hours of meltdowns. And truly, you cannot hide from bananas. One day, we've worked years and years and years and years and years and years, and we're still working on it to get him through his bananas. And when this first started happening, because bananas used to be his favorite, like absolutely one of his favorite foods, he would eat it just, peel, like I'd hand it to him open and he would just eat it. And then within a day, he was crying hysterically over this banana that I was about to hand him, and I was eating one. And so it's like clothes, it's like other things. There are some meltdown worthy things you can avoid. You can avoid some of them. A banana, you never know when somebody's going to have a banana. You never know. We were driving down the road and a guy next to us in a car was eating a banana. And I was praying and praying and praying. Owen wouldn't see it. And the guy was just up right with us. And Owen, hours. I couldn't get him out of the car. I couldn't console him. I mean, I couldn't. And we sat there and we sat there and we sat there when we got home. And he was finally able to come in the house. And then it was even more hours once we were inside the house. And it's just, how do you even explain that a banana would cause huge meltdowns? I live with my son every day. I mean, that's what we do. And I am still, to this day, amazed, baffled, I don't even know what the right word is, as to the emotions that he gets from certain things, with meltdowns like that and just other things. And so, you just pivot, turn, learn, grow, and breathe. Learn, grow, and breathe. So, what I pray is that it won't be hard on him tomorrow, whatever it is, and that we won't be faced with those challenges of bananas. We won't be faced with those challenges of whatever else is upsetting him. He deserves that. He deserves those moments. And like today, when I walked with a cup in my mouth, he knocked that out of my mouth so quick and was really upset. And it's just, what do you even do? I told him that I'm still mommy, and it was just a cup, and it was easier for me to carry it in my mouth than it was. But he doesn't understand all that, you know? I share our journey because I want others to know they're not alone. I share our journey because who could imagine a banana would cause my son so much over the years? But it's true. And it's hard. It's hard. I see it in his face, and I see it in his emotions. So I share our journey, hoping that our story will help someone to know they're not alone. And if you've never been around autism, to hopefully learn something about what it means to families like me, us, me, families like me, families like us. The words are tired. So I pray for one person to get something from this. So here we are, flowers. And I always sign O for Owen, and then L, and B. So thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.